I'm going to try something different with these. Actually, I've already done the first 3 sets like this. At any time, anybody, I think, ever does shrugs, right? You either do overhand shrugs or you do like a dumbbell shrug or something. And for some reason, I had an epiphany. Like, how come I've never tried to underhand shrug it to see what that feels like? Because the rotation of the shoulder changes, the joint. I was like, what if it feels different? This pull versus this pull. Since I do deadlifts and barbell rows and all these movements here, well, what if I do this? What if that? And it does. It feels completely different. I don't know if you watch like the trapezius squeezes muscles, you know? If you watch those, like the trapezius squeezes, that's a scientific term for all you scientific people out there that are wondering what the proper name is. Just watch those. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up through my shirt or not, but we'll see if it looks like it rotates a little bit more on camera. Okay, now I'm going to do overhand, and we'll see what it looks like with the overhand, if it even shows any difference on the camera or not. See, when I do double overhand, I feel like I'm more out here like this. And whenever I do it like this, I feel like I'm more shrugging up and back. So if I do double overhand, it feels like I'm coming forward like this. But whenever I do a supinated grip, it feels like I'm shrugging actually back and up, and I'm engaging more of the trap from the shoulder up into the neck ear area is what it feels like. That's just how it feels to me, and it might just be because I'm going really light. So as I go heavier, it might change the dynamic of the movement, but it's definitely an interesting feeling. I like it because it's the same old movement, just slightly different. And I have been doing dumbbell shrugs for probably about 1.5 years. I haven't done barbell shrugs, honestly, probably the whole time, probably about 1.5 years. I haven't done any barbell shrugs because honestly, it racks my junk and I don't like it. Like it's right there at the perfect height where it just nails me right in the junk every time I come up, and it's just uncomfortable. So I hate doing them, but I prefer doing the Smith machine because when I had access to a Smith machine when I went to a gym, I would do behind the back shrugs and I could step away like this and I can shrug up. This is my favorite shrug, coming behind the back like this and being able to shrug up. This is my favorite shrug on a Smith machine because you could go wide and shrug up here, or you could come narrow and go right behind your back and shrug up. And it feels so amazing. It is, I think, one of the best shrug variations you could do, better than a barbell, better than a dumbbell. I think that is the ultimate because I feel you get a bigger range of motion and nothing's in the way. And it's controlled, it's on a rack. You can just focus on pulling and squeezing, not stabilizing and where it's hitting you at or your grip or anything else like that. I just feel it's a much better variation of the shrug, but I don't have access to a Smith machine in my garage. But we've been talking about getting one. It's in the works, we're talking about it. So hopefully here in the next couple months, we can actually pull the trigger and get one, hopefully. If not, it is what it is. But this is pretty close. Doing underhand in front of me, it's pretty close to what that Smith machine feels like. So I've never really had a problem with my traps either. So that's never really been a concern. My traps have never been a trouble issue. But then again, I've always been doing like deadlifts and barbell rows and T-bar rows and upright rows and all kinds of stuff that involves them and shoulder press. So it's not really like a big issue for me, but I still like doing shrugs. They just feel good. Okay, so that's it for the video, guys, for my workouts. Pretty simple, pretty basic.